Hi everyone, my name is Maria Bejanowska and I am currently a student on the SEO specialization course offered by UC Davis, currently doing the last fourth week of the SEO capstone project, where I am about to present my SEO findings on the project that I've chosen, which is connected to corpa.mk, a delivery service company which is working online, where customers can order certain kinds of services. This is me being in the role of an SEO specialist who does the SEO project research from scratch, and where I present the findings that I've gathered from the last parts and bits of the research that I've done on Corpa's SEO's current score and status. So I will start with the part one, which is the detailed client report, which is connected to the domain corpa.mk. As I earlier mentioned, this is a online delivery company which gives its customers the opportunity to order online services, as we've already discussed in our previous meetings, such as food, such as pet food, flower arrangements, grocery shopping, medicines, and so on and so on. So when we talk about the project overview, I want to underline some of the main aspects which I've discovered when doing the SEO optimization of this web page. It's a Macedonian web page operating on the Macedonian market. And through exploring it, I have come to the conclusion that its SEO score is very low, and there is a certain room for improvement. For example, there is missing a metadata description tag. Also, there are low functioning social media platforms of the web page. Their content on the web page, it's pretty confusing, and the images lack alt text, which is pretty hard for the search engines to crawl the web and to identify the web. Next thing which must be underlined is that the website has large website size, which hinders the overall user experience. Taking into consideration these main SEO findings, it is evident that some SEO work needs to be done in order to increase the website's rankings, as well as site visits from the everyday users. Next on, we move on to the overview of the web page's users, the user persona, the one who would ultimately use this website. So that's probably someone young, I would say aged from 20 to 40 to 50 years, busy people, male and female, which are in high positioned jobs, meaning that they lack time throughout the day to do their simple tasks, such as cooking and grocery shopping. So these people are people who search online terms like food delivery, online food shopping, online grocery shopping, and also like to eat healthy food and stay healthy, so are in search of, I would say, many options or restaurants that would give them such opportunities. Those people and maybe their friends often exchange ideas on where they could possibly outsource their everyday activities like cooking and shopping and cleaning and grocery shopping in the most economic, environmental friendly, and least time consuming way, which would coincide with Corpa's services that it offers to its customers, which is, service delivery in the most economic and environmental friendly way using bikes. So to continue, we'll also have to talk, and I would like to highlight some recommendations that I've come with during the project. The first one would be to the web page is missing a blog post page. It could include a blog post page where tips and tricks in regarding to healthy foods, shopping, grocery shopping, online food ordering would be included. And they would be published on, I would say, regular basis, maybe not every day, but weekly or bi-weekly, which would lead to traffic increasement and a click rate from the users if shared properly on, I would say, social media. Then we follow with conducting surveys with the companies. This would mean that Corpa would have to collaborate with the already established connections with their vendors or someone outside or someone new in order to gather some ideas on how to improve their website's content. I would say the text phrases or maybe the pictures. It includes the keyword strategy in order to increase its overall rankings and traffic and visibility. And last but not least, introduce some other types of services which are not included in its website, but most importantly, which are not included in the service types offered by Corpa's competition, such as laundry services, dry cleaning, and ironing online shoppable services, which I haven't noticed and find during my research phase in the other similar operating companies on the Macedonian market, which are connected to delivering goods to customers online. Next, we move on to the overview of the organic competition, so the companies which are in the same industry. The analysis shows that the three major competitors of Corpa do have some extent of SEO analysis and assessment made beforehand, but it can be concluded that theirs are not enough as well. Their top three competitors are Klikniadi, Hrana za Miljenici, and City Flowers. These are companies which are solely operating on the market with food delivery for people, food delivery for pets, and delivery for flower arrangements and gifts. So they have a proper web structure and a better SEO scores compared to Corpa, definitely. And also their social media accounts are well equipped, and their traffic, I would say, is better, taking into consideration the feedback that they get from their social media. They also have pretty well title tags optimized, and also the quality of the content they're publishing is pretty well and much better structured than Corpa's. But there are, as I mentioned before, some shortcomings and some negative aspects on the competition, which a company like Corpa should take into consideration in order to improve these aspects into their business and ultimately on their website and rank better SEO-wise. So then we continue with the technical review of Corpa's website. So what are the main technical problems that Corpa needs to pay attention to? So as I mentioned at the beginning, the meta description tag is not set yet. So this is a high priority and it will help readers to easier identify the purpose of the page and its content. As I also mentioned, the page size is too large, also a high priority. So in order to reduce the load time of the page and improve the overall UX. Then we move on to the broken links, also a high priority. There are some broken links which appeared on the website, so they must be fixed in order to facilitate the web page crawling and, of course, determine the web page's rank. Then we continue and we finish with the alt attributes missing 2 images, would help Google do its job and properly, I would say, identify what kind of pictures we are talking about, and maybe also improve the UX experience from people who are disabled or are not able to, I would say, clearly see. So they would have to, or they are not able to clearly see because of poor internet connection. So alt text would definitely help. Then we move on to content recommendations, and we'll start with the pages with Corpa's homepage. So this is a medium priority where we have 2 target keywords, which is food delivery and online food delivery Skopje. So we have some metadata recommendations here as well. So we must include a title tag, which would be order online food, groceries, flowers, and pet food. The meta description would sound, Corpa offers all kinds of services deliveries right at your doorstep. Here you can order flowers, pet food, meals, groceries, and more. Our satisfied customers speak for our success. So it's catchy, it's short, and it's well presented, and it encompasses everything that a customer would need to know in regards to a web page. When it comes to the content analysis, so there is a need for a key content inclusion in the overall web page. So the images are of poor quality and keyword optimization needs to be done. And also, as mentioned before, there is no proper description of the website main aspects in regards to the home page. So the home page, it's about I would say it's vague and it needs a proper content analysis and implementation of proper content ideas. Then we move on to the About page on Corpa's website, where we target online delivery and food and services delivery keywords. And this is a high priority because the title tag needs to be updated, and it would sound something like find all about us in Corpa. The meta description is not needed here. And we need to do some content analysis where as well the images are poor quality. Keyword optimization needs to be done, and there is no proper description on the website main aspects in regards to its About Us page. So something more in detail about the company and what it offers and what is its mission and vision and what are their purposes when trying to do business and how they plan on solving their customers' pain points. Next, we move on to the terms of use page on Corpa's website. We target also 2 main keywords, which is delivery terms and online delivery terms of use. We have to also implement a title tag, which would sound something like terms of use at Corpa's. The meta description is not needed. When it comes to the content analysis, there are images lacking in this part, so something connected to some kind of explanation on the terms of use or visual explanation might be somehow added. And also a keyword optimization needs to be done, and also include a proper and richer content when it comes to terms of use at Corpa. Next, we move on to the membership page, which is connected to companies wanting to collaborate with Corpa. So we categorize this part as low priority because there is no title tag and meta description needed. When it comes to the content is okay, but it needs some additions to be clear enough, and some images to be added in order to explain how would that membership work throughout the process of being able to offer your services on the page. Next, we move on to the product services page, which are basically the menus which are offered, or grocery lists offered by the vendors already collaborating with Corpa. This is as well a low priority where 2 target keywords are part of it. So we have Skopje food delivery and lunch online delivery at Skopje. The low priority is due to the fact that a title tag and meta descriptions are not needed in this section of the web page. When it comes to the content, it's evident that there lacks content, proper content, which would better explain and present the services the companies offer. So maybe include better resolution pictures, up-to-date pictures, I would say, alt text to the pictures, solve the problem with the time the page takes to load, and categorize the services and products that are used in a better, more organized and optimized way. As well, what is important here is the addition of headline tags in order to facilitate the content understanding by the customers on this proper page. Next, we move on to another kind of product and a service within Corpa, which is connected to medicines. This is medium priority, and there are 2 target keywords we are focusing on. The first one is medicines delivery, and the second one is Skopje online medicine delivery. We have also made some assumptions that addition of headline tags is needed here as well, in order to help users to better understand the content. The page takes a lot of time to load, and categories should be facilitated, and keyword optimization needs to be done. Next, we move on to the employment page, which is connected to people who want to deliver foods and services and are ultimately using the most economic and environmental friendly way of delivering foods, which is via bike delivery. So this is medium priority. We have to implement some title tags, which would sound something like work at Corpas. There is no need of a meta description insertion in this part. I would say that images need to be added, and categories of employment as types of deliveries, taking into consideration the different types of services the web page uses, need to be also included. Then we move on to the terms of privacy page, which is a high priority and has a low SEO score. The target keywords which we are using are food delivery terms and delivery terms of privacy. There is a title tag optimization that needs to be done, or to insert in something like Corpas terms of privacy. When it comes to the content, there is need of an additional headline tag in order to facilitate the search through this particular web page by users, and there is no proper description of the website's main aspects in regards to the About Us page. Also, keyword optimization needs to be done, and the page takes a lot of time to load. Then we move to another service that the company is using, which is the drinks delivery section of the website. Our target keywords are drinks delivery and Skopje online drinks delivery services. We have to, when it comes to the content, we have to do a keyword optimization here. Also addition of headline tags and categories in order to be able to, for the users to be able to choose better, and high quality pictures of the actual drinks need to be included in order to increase potential, I would say, orders by the users. When we've covered 10 of the main web pages on the website, we move on to the new content recommendations that we as an SEO team have to give towards Korpa. So here is a short overview. For Korpa's web page to increase its traffic, rank, and authenticity and stand out among the competition, it is needed to create a mini blog, as I said at the beginning, and where the most interesting blog posts in relation to food, groceries, medicines will be discussed on a bi or a weekly basis. So maybe someone to hire, like a content creator, which would be in charge of producing such content throughout the week. When it comes to call to actions, the customers can be directly asked to follow, like, share, repost social media accounts in order to increase its promotional activities and clickbaits and shares throughout social media platforms, which would increase traffic on daily basis. Also, we have some recommendations when it comes to internal linking of Korpas. Here is an idea that the mini blog posts pages, which would blog posts on the blog post page, which would be published on a bi-weekly, on a weekly basis, should be linked among themselves in order for customers or readers to increase their content to increase the content visibility and familiarity with the web page, and as well somehow connect the different aspects of the same aspects of different blog posts on a weekly basis. And last but not least, what needs to be presented is the success metrics of the web page, of the website. So the first goal is to increase the page engagements, which would lead ultimately to higher sales for the company. To do so, the web pages need to be SEO optimized and structured in a way to improve and implement a good UX. The thing that I was explaining above and the recommendations that we as an SEO team are giving to the company. So, as I said, this would be done by conducting surveys and questionnaires with top-ranking delivery companies, which would increase the brand's authenticity, and Korpas would have a chance to receive positive feedback, which would be used in order to improve the SEO strategy of the company. So, how would we measure making reality goal 1? The goal. How would we measure the authenticity? So we'd measure the authenticity by measuring SEO scores on a regular basis and see their rankings and see how well they are presented on Google's rankings throughout the day or on a weekly basis, and compare them throughout the week, which means that we would regularly track organic traffic of the website. Then we move to the goal 2. Goal 2 is to improve the web page rankings and its organic traffic. This would be reached by recommendations given in regards to the meta description, heading tags, title tags, improvement, reducing page sizes, and including internal linking, and also including high quality pictures. So this would be measured by a regular traffic organic check of the website, and the first goal would be checked by measuring the company's sales on a monthly basis and make comparisons and provide feedback on what to implement next in order to reach the goal. And the final goal would be to increase the company's social media inclusion, which I mentioned at the beginning and discussed that it was very low. This is to be done by using social media accounts on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, etc. And this would be measured by regular tracking, measuring, assessing likes, comments, retweets, shares on every social media account that Corpa would be able to open and manage with. This would also be a recommendation to hire a social media specialist or a manager who would be able to conduct all these assessments and comparisons on a monthly basis in order to be able to track Corpa's social media engagement trend and implement the assessment results in order to improve their presence on social media. Thank you for taking the time to hear this presentation on my SEO findings on the webpage which I've chosen for my SEO capstone project, corpa.mk.